Hey guys, you're Kiana back in the video, and today we're going to be talking about Smackdown. This episode of Smackdown to me it felt like the effort they put into it. You know, I am fine with celebrity guests, celebrity wrestlers, because you know what, sometimes it ends up good. You know, Bad Bunny. But sometimes I don't know what they be doing with Smackdown. Like, I think that's the big thing with a lot of people currently, but then I'll be real. This SmackDown, I think it proved that Jelly Roll's commitment. So, Logan Paul in that Jelly Roll match, I'm fine with. I'm not too fine with is the fact that Drew McIntyre seems like a sidekick when he's the one who's kind of like still just returning. Randy Orton is like a sidekick. Like, let's be for real. Let's be 100%. This SmackDown just felt like there was low effort. And even now, when I think of the SmackDown locker room, the high point is the women's division for me. The women's division and the tag team division, because everything else given scraps. But now the women's division, like the match between Roxanne Perez and Alexa Bliss, this tag team division for the women's division, it ain't bad. It ain't too bad. It ain't too bad. I feel like they're building something up, and I think that if Alexa Bliss and Charlotte become champions, it'll take it to a different level. Just like how when Bianca, NAOMI, and Jade were champions, it took it to a different level and it was getting the same respect. But the women's division, it's solid. It's solid, but then your main champion, which we'll get into that. That match was good. Alexa and Charlotte, I love them as a team. I say this, I love them as a team. Like the wrestling, they pretty solid over the wrestling. It's just what the effort being put in on SmackDown, it just seems lesser. And I know that because Raw's on Netflix and there's like more to lose, kind of, they're proving themselves. But that doesn't mean you gotta say F you to SmackDown. Tiffany and Jade Cargill like had a little moment of, you know, because the Secret Service, they kind of had a little moment of working together. Now, if we're gonna get a promo, or we're gonna get a face-to-face promo next week, what are we doing? This is what I mean when I say less effort, because why is the face of your division being that match being treated like, oh, let's make sure they don't get the mics. Oh, let's not put as much build, because it's lackluster. Naomi left the show, and that whole title scene right now, I'm just waiting for another competitor. I'm waiting for a different champion. I'm waiting for somebody else. Like, put somebody else on the spotlight. Please. Save us. Please. Goodness. And then Julia, she's the backstage merchant. Hey, she over here in catering, they know her name. They know her order. She ain't really said anything. Same thing with Zelina. She didn't say anything when she was champion. So it's like low effort. Low effort. Now, Kiana James is now her representation, Julia's. Because I didn't watch NXT when she was on the roster, I'm still not, I have no opinion to form on Kiana. And I think that may be the general consensus with the WWE Universe, other than, you know, what we saw with her being the representation for Julia. And I don't know if that's, hopefully it goes well for her character, because I'd hate to see her not be utilized and then she be in catering. So with that whole thing going on, I'm scared. I'm scared because, you know, like I said, they don't really utilize what's going on for the women's division and just overall, period. Because Miz got a match with Jacob. Why is he picking a bone with Jacob? He should be mad at Alistair. He picking a bone with Jacob. Like, what are we doing? I know you gotta have Miz on the Cleveland show. I get it. I feel it. It's just, it is what it is. It is what it is. Solo and Jacob, the MFTs came after him. The MFTs, Jimmy came through. The shorts is crazy. The shorts. I like the Jimmy and Jacob thing. I'm just hoping we get a heel turn. You know, somebody bloodline need to get a heel turn, because it's like they be keeping the peace, and then they keep on recycling the same thing over again. So I need something a little shake it up. Maybe what now? Jimmy wants to be the OTC. I don't know. Do something. Give me a surprise me. Let me think something different is gonna happen on the SmackDown. Let me be surprised on what may occur on a SmackDown. You leave it all your surprises for Raw. You leaving all your good stuff for Raw. Kind of even that out. I know it's the B show, technically. It's the B show, but still. Even it out. Now, I think, you know, of course, there's many different opinions on this. And I think that's kind of what made a lot of people like, all right, man, I might not be watching SmackDown. Because, of course, rest in peace, Hulk Hogan. And I personally don't ever, like, there's lines I'm not going to cross. I think that people have the right to feel however they're going to feel. But to kind of, like, I want to be like, I want to say this in the right way, because it is a thin line, but you had your tribute in the beginning of the show. You know, people can say, you know what, you're going to do that. That's how you're going to roll. We get it. I got it. That makes sense. That's how y'all roll. And be like, okay, we had at one point. I could skip through that. If that's what they want to do, they could skip through that. And if they be done with it. Because at the end of the day, that man was a racist. I know y'all like to separate the character, but in character, that man done said some things. Like, in the likeness of his character. And to the point where you hoping you'll get reincarnated as a black person. And he didn't say black person. He said ER. But that's not the conversation I'm having here. The conversation I'm finna have here is about Cody Rhodes. Now, Cody Rhodes is a company man. I understand why he said things he said. Do I think it was what he should have did? Not really. Because if y'all believe Cody Rhodes cannot say no to certain things, baby, I got a bridge to sell you. I have a bridge to sell you. I promise you I do. You will love it. So that right there, that was another point in the night where I'm like, is SmackDown, like, what is the producers of SmackDown on a hit list or something? Like, is there something that y'all don't want SmackDown to go? Like, do y'all not want SmackDown to reach something? Y'all let me know. Y'all let me know so I know. And I don't be surprised, because, baby, I'm still mad I ain't see Carmelo Hayes. I'm so mad on that. But to say things are complicated, like the word, I get you guys say, you know, because change the industry, yeah. Made things different, yeah. Just say that. Leave it at that, which you already said at the beginning. There's no real need to say things are complicated for somebody that alienated a whole group of people. That's just where I stand on that. Hey, I'm being respectful. I respect people, though. I ain't gonna say none of that. I ain't gonna say none of that other stuff. Well, I'm gonna tell other people not to? No, because people grown. I'm gonna leave it at that. This right here, I made a TikTok on how disappointed I was for the tag team, none of the tag team for the men to be on SummerSlam, especially like the schedule for night one to be a tag night is stupid. It's not, I don't think it's the best thing to do. I think you kind of, that's not, no. Not a lot of people gonna be like, oh, I get to see all these tag matches, huh? There's barely any breaks. I think there's only like one or two, I think it's only one or two matches, but I think it's one match that isn't a tag match. Now, they are adding more matches with the card, so it's fine. But still, one night is basically tag city central. Tag team central, which I don't hate. But you don't respect the tag team division is not respected enough for you to be doing all this. Like, you would think there's actually tag teams. There's like one tag team, and now you just now added an actual tag team to the show. You will be surprised. But the men finally earned themselves on a PLE. I think it's been a year since the Smackdown roster's tag team division has been on a PLE. If not a year, very close to a year. Yeah, I think it's very close to a year, something like that. Maybe I'm making things up. Maybe I don't know. But they're having a TLC match. I'm so happy because of what occurred at the match they had. I am so hopefully that doesn't have any foolishness, because I think that you need to really make with the tag. You added Rey Fenix and Andrade to your division. That division already stacked. I really need something to shake with the Street Profits. I want them to get the titles back, but if they don't get the titles back, I don't want them to be singles. I do, and I just hope it's not a replay of what went down at Philadelphia for WrestleMania on that TLC match, because if it is, why we gotta do that? We ain't gotta do that. We ain't gotta do that. We don't have to do that. Oh, but overall, SmackDown has to work hard and utilize for 2.5 hours better. I am not a booker, so I cannot tell them exactly what they should do. I just know, stop having no DQs every night, please. Every night doesn't have to have a DQ. We can have actual winners and losers for a night. Please get out that trope. Get out that trope. It's okay. Get out that trope. Get out that trope, please. Get out the trope of handing Carmelo Hayes L's. Get out the trope of recycling the same bloodline story. If we do that, and if we use our women's division, you actually, like, for growth, sometimes you gotta just put them out there in the ocean. Let them swim. Tiffany Stratton, Jay Cargill, literally dodging microphones. It is what it is, man. Thank you for watching. Please like, comment, share, and subscribe. And y'all let me know how you felt about SmackDown and any of the topics I talked about. Thank you for watching. See you guys next time. Bye.